Hello, welcome back to another YouTube inkscape tutorial. Today we're gonna draw a funny sign. We're just gonna do something from scratch. So I seen a t-shirt online that said something about Facebook jail or something. Anyway, I thought it would be funny to make a sign out of it. So just open up Inkscape here. We'll grab the box tool. Just make this box here, turn it black. I had the corners rounded on this before, so you're probably going to start with something like that. Let's just round the corners on it, make it look a little nicer. You know, the size here, let's just go with something maybe 11.5 inches wide and say, I don't know, maybe we'll just try to make it look good. Not sure what we're going to end up with, but so let's go over here, grab our text tool. We're going to write out Facebook jail, right? Oops, I think it's with a small F. Write out your Facebook, highlight it. Go over here. I think the Facebook font is Helvetica or something like that. Let's see if I even have it. I don't know if I even have it. Maybe it's Helvetica Narrow. That looks right. So just change it to that. Grab this. We're going to pull it over here. Put it on our sign, right? We're going to turn it white. Pull it out, make it look good. That font doesn't exactly look that correct to me. Is that right? Let's check. Oh, maybe it's a Clavica. Let's see if we have that. And we don't. So if you don't have a font, I guess we'll just go over here. Looks like we can get it at the font. Just download this for free. Save it. Open it up. Now, when you download a new font, in order for you to get it to work in Inkscape, you have to right-click it. Oh, actually, to get it in order to get it to work in Inkscape, you have to. I'm just going to make a new folder here so I can have a spot to put these in. You have to unzip them, and then you have to right click them, and you have to install for all users. Don't just install. If you install it, it's going to work everywhere except for Inkscape. I don't know why, but you have to install it for all users. So we're going to go ahead and install for all users and do the same with all these. They're just different versions of the same font, bold, italic, light, etc. But if you're downloading the font, they don't take up hardly any room at all, so you might as well install them all, right? So we're going to close that. We're just going to go ahead and delete this because you no longer need it taking up space on your computer. We're going to need to close out Inkscape completely and restart it so that it loads those fonts. Well, if we can get it to load. Don't know why that took so long. So here we are back in the Inkscape. Go back here, up here. We're going to grab our box tool, make us a little box. grab the selection tool so we can size it and go up here. But I like to work in inches, so I like to do stuff like this about 11.5 inches wide, and we'll see how it turns out in the end on the length. Let's go back over here, write Facebook out, highlight it so that we can change the font. Go down here to your clavica, and there it is. Let's see, we don't want italic. Medium, let's see what bold looks like. Maybe bold. Let's go with bold. Yeah, that looks good. That looks about right. We're going to pull it over here. You know, generally size it, turn it white. Kind of put it on there. We're going to go, well, maybe we'll write out jail. Go back down here, get that font again. Maybe there's an easier way to drag these fonts out, but this, I don't know it if there is. Go down here, we're going to grab the bold version again. Grab the selection tool so we can move it. Turn it white so we can see what we're working with. I'm not sure if I like that font so much for that portion. Let's maybe make it something else. Let's flip through here, find something that we like. Well, let's just flip through here and find something that works for us. Sometimes finding a good font can take a second. Let's go down to my CNC. Oh, were they up there? Oh, maybe that one actually looks pretty cool. That's one of my own CNC fonts, though. You'd have to message me to buy that one. It's something I made myself. So, let's just do that. We'll go maybe Facebook jail. Maybe we'll make like a inmate all oops, Control Z, don't know what happened there. Grab the tool here. Inmate, maybe we'll put an inmate number here, like, I don't know, maybe we'll put maybe your birthday there. Turn it white. Turn it white. Oops. Control Z to undo that. I meant to move it, not change the size. I'm going to go up here and lock the aspect ratio. Pull this out to where it looks good. Maybe just make those uniform, same size. Maybe we'll put some maybe we'll put a box around it. Let's draw a line there. We're going to grab the selection tool. We're going to duplicate this so it's the exact same length. Duplicate it again. put it down here, kind of give it some style. Maybe we'll duplicate it again, go up here and flip it 90 degrees so that we can, maybe we'll put a little box around it. Deselect your aspect ratio so you can shorten it up. I will do something like that. Duplicate it, bring it over to this side. You can see that it's not exactly perfectly uniform. Zoom in there and grab this, drag it down a little bit. You can see that the corners on this are not exactly lining up. Ugh, I hate that freaking auto snap thing. Come up here and turn that off. I hate that thing. I always forget to turn it off, and it always reminds me that I forget. Grab this one, pull it over. You know, you want it to cut out nice. So as you kind of coming together here. Maybe we'll put Facebook Gel Inmate. Got my birthday there. Maybe we'll put something like repeat offender on it. Turn that white, grab the selection tool, bring it up here, drop it in where you want it to go. Maybe try to make it, you know, somewhat uniform. Pull it down there. That looks pretty good, actually. I kind of like that. So what I'm going to do now that our sign's basically pretty much designed. I mean, we got some work to do here, but maybe I'll drag this out of the way, drag this out of the way. I always leave them where I can see them if they're white, because I'll lose them if I don't. You're going to grab the box there that you made, and we're going to combine that box so that it's one. So now it's one piece, not a whole bunch of sticks. Going to grab our inmate number. Oops. Selection tool, inmate number. Pull it back over here. So now you're going to want to line these all up, right? Maybe this will look better if Facebook takes up the majority of that. Yeah. So now you kind of want to make it all lined up, right? You know, put these how you like. You know, just switch it up a little bit even if you want to. So we're going to grab Facebook. We're going to hold Shift. We're going to grab all of these items. Highlight everything. One of it except the background. We're going to go over here to our Align tool, and we're going to align them all vertically. So it's going to center them all. So now it's all centered. Now if you like that, which I kind of do actually, we're going to have to, maybe we'll size the backing a little bit differently. Yeah, maybe something like that. So now we got to turn these fonts from objects into paths. So I think you can hold Shift and highlight them all. Object to path, or you're going to go here to path, click object to path, go over here, click ungroup. Oh yeah, it's working on all of them at the same time. Let's go back over here to path and hit combine. Now all those are one piece. Now the downfall to that is you can't resize them anymore. If you want to be able to resize them, you have to do them individually. That font, that font, that. You got to do it all differently. Oh, except I didn't do these two. So you have to do it to these two as well. Grab those two, path, object to path, ungroup, combine. Now everything's into a path, and you can now you can cut it out of the sign. So you're going to select your font here that you have already turned into a path. We're going to select that, center it, vertically and horizontally so it's in the center of our sign. Highlight the font, highlight your backing plate, go to path, and hit difference. Now what that did is it made it cut that out of the backing plate. You can see this if you go over here to view, display, outline. See that? Oh, well, actually, it doesn't really show you that well, does it? Because it shows these sitting on top. Anyway, that was a bad example, wasn't it? Go back over here to display mode, put normal. We're going to highlight this, go to path, difference. Now those are cut out. We're going to grab the box and the backing plate, same thing. Go up here to path, hit difference. Now everything, you see how you can see your storyboard line behind all that stuff, it's all cut out. Now you can just, now you got to spend the monotonous part, because I didn't use fonts that are pre-made for CNC, which I do have some of those, but I obviously don't have the Facebook one in that fashion. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab the zoom tool, go over here, do the monotonous stuff. Now you can do this a couple of different ways. I mean, you can grab the node tool and you can, drag these out like this if you want. You can do it however you want. I don't necessarily like doing it that way, so I'm going to hit Control Z, get me back to where I started. Go back up here, grab a box tool, deselect everything, hit black. This is where the snap tool comes in handy. So you turn it back on if you're doing this, and it'll show you where the exact corners are. I need to make that a little more square. Now you just want to make this look, as best you can. I'm going to put that one on an angle there a little bit. Connect it. You see that? That's so that center don't drop out when you're whacking this together. From here, in order to get all of those the same size, I generally just tend to duplicate the first one, pull it over here, put it where I want it to go. That just makes it more uniform. And sometimes you can tell that you didn't do that, because it does stupid shit like that. I have no idea why that just did that. Anyway, pull it back up here where it belongs. Snap off. It looks pretty good. Now, if you look close here, you can see that that didn't exactly fit correctly. Now, if you zoom in, you can see that it doesn't exactly fit. That's going to look pretty cruddy when you cut it out. But we're just going to do the entire Facebook word here. Duplicate, bring it over. And you can put these how you want. Just make sure that's straight. Now, I like to just connect the bottom of it. Some guys will want to connect the whole thing. I have no idea why it's doing that. Never done that to me before. Some guys will want to connect the whole thing like that. I mean, that's all preference. That's all your own preference. So do it the way you want to. Do it the way it looks good to you. Duplicate, come over here, put it on the O, duplicate, switch it on over. You know, try to put it in the center as best you can. Depending on how big this thing... Oh, I didn't have to do that. I'm done with the Facebook part. You know, try to put these in the center as best you can. Oh, how did I forget the B? So now you got all the dropouts connected on the Facebook section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. I'm going to highlight all of those pieces that I put in there. I'm going to highlight them all. We're going to go up here to Path. We're going to go to Combine. It combines them all into, you know, essentially one piece. Hold Shift, click the backing plate, go up here, and we're going to union these. Go to Path and Union. Now those dropouts won't fall out. Now you see on the jail I did use a pre-made font that is for CNC, and if you want that, you know, shoot me a message or something. I'll make arrangements to get it sent over to you. Now on the Inmate there's only one dropout, which is the A and the 4, so there's 2, I guess. We're going to zoom into that. Grab your zoom tool. Everybody does their A's differently. Personally, I like to do mine down the side. And I try to make it, you know, I try to make this piece just about as thick as the letter itself. It tends to turn out to look a little better. So you got your box there. Go up here, grab your selection tool, put this on an angle that fits the A. Yeah, and you're going to want to get this as close as you can. You don't got to get it perfect. See, that's not perfect. That's not perfect. That's all right. We're going to fix that a little bit later. So grab this, duplicate, so it's the same size as the 4, so it looks a little uniform. Pull it over here. I'm using plus key to zoom in. Turn this over back to 90 degrees. Put that on there. Zoom out. Now it's not exactly perfect on the 4 either, but we'll get to that. So we're going to highlight those 2 pieces, that piece and that piece. Path, Combine, hold Shift, hold your backing plate, select your backing plate, and we're going to union these. Now the repeat offender has quite a few in there. Actually, you know, I think I might change that font, but I can't. I can't just select it and remove it because I've already cut it out of the sign. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to come over here, grab a black box, put it over the top of it, hold Shift, select the backing plate, go up here to Path, hit Union. Now that's gone. That's just a solid piece of metal again. Kind of a fresh start here. So change my font here. And I think that font that I used up there is called Militia. I think. Let's see, go down to my CNC fonts here. And I have a few. They're just labeled CNC and then what the font's called. I think that's, yeah, it's called Militia. So I think having that and this a little uniform is going to look really nice on there. So we're going to pull that up, turn it white. Bring it over here. I try to get a little uniform, you know, on the same width maybe as that. Put it where it looks good. Zoom out. Let's take a look at what we got. Doesn't look right. Maybe we'll... I'll make it a little smaller, try to center it in there. You know, you can mess around with it. Everybody's different. Everybody's going to like something different. I kind of like that again. Let's see. So I'm going to select that, hold shift, select my backing plate. We're going to go over here to align and distribute, and we are going to center it vertically. Just going to make sure it's right in the middle of that thing. Maybe, that just doesn't look right to me. Maybe I want it bigger. See what that looks like. Yeah, maybe that looks good. I'm going to select that, hold shift, select my backing plate, center it vertically, deselect them all, grab the font, come up here to path, object to path, ungroup, combine, select your backing plate, and difference to cut them out. Oh, I accidentally duplicated the whole thing one time in the process there somehow. Guess everybody makes mistakes. We're just gonna delete that one. And you know, that looks pretty cut outable to me. Oh, we're gonna need to fix the dropouts in the center here. So what we can do, zoom into that, because we don't, otherwise this whole section's going to fall out and this whole section's going to fall out. So maybe what we want to do is put some tabs on it. Now you can put tabs on it however you want. Maybe I'm just going to grab the box tool here. Selection tool, so I can pull it over. Maybe I'll just do that, duplicate it. No, you know, I just don't like the way that looks either. I'm going to select this, I'm going to go up here, align them horizontally so they're perfectly in a straight line. I gotta turn off that stupid snap tool. Go over here. Maybe I'll put them in the center there. I'm gonna duplicate them. Put them in the center there. Now they won't drop out. See how that looks. Yeah. I think I like that. So we're going to grab, well actually we're just going to grab all four of those. Go to path, combine, hold shift, select our backing plate, go to path, union. Now they're not going to drop out anymore. Let's see if having a couple more tabs, sometimes too many tabs make it look, you know, a little tacky. And sometimes not enough, just doesn't look right. So maybe we'll put one there, duplicate it, come down here, put one there. You know, I think I kind of like that. I think I like that a little better. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab this one, hold shift, grab that one, align vertically, go up here to path, combine, select your backing plate, path, union. Now I'm going to say that's done product. Looks pretty cool. Anyway, if you like this video, hit the like button, leave me some comments if you want something, you know, drawn up, or you want to learn how to do something specifically. Leave it in the comments. I'll try to get it done for you. And thanks for hanging out with me today on YouTube.